Bum, 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 the toys. Bum. Hello, hello, hello. Evening, afternoon. Yeah, yeah. It's either going to be evening or afternoon for most of you. So, good evening or good afternoon. Hope you're all well. Last minute stream. Dedicated. Now we find everything. This is literally a last minute stream. I was going to start researching. I was like, do you know what? I fancy doing it on stream. Because hopefully some people join and they're a lot more intelligent than I am. And the aim of this stream is to hopefully, I'll put some notes here, is to get some people educated, hopefully. Hiya, Gio, how are you? Hope you're well, Gio. Last minute stream, Gio. I know you don't have social media, but today is a very last minute, literally 20 minutes ago, I decided to do it. So, welcome, Gio. It's about Judge Schroeder, blah, blah. But we're going to concentrate on the judge and concentrate on what he did in the Zachariah trial. I'm hoping to do this for a few of the key players, Gravely and some of the, all that. I'm very well, thank you, Joe. I'm very well, not too bad, thank you. It's a Saturday evening, and rather than being in the pub or anywhere, I'm here, you know, but can't complain. We'll wait a little bit longer. As I say, I don't expect anyone to be here tonight, to be fair, because it is totally last minute.com. So I'm surprised there's even anybody here, to be quite honest. But it's not just for the people present, it's for the people after the stream. Uh, got that there. So I'm hoping to learn some stuff myself today or this evening. I mean, 9 o'clock in the evening for me. So I imagine it's three and four for most of you in the US. And might be even 1 o'clock for some of you. Um, message. Message Luna to see if she's around. She's in Spanish time, so she's my time, nearly. G. Here you go. Feel around. I'm live. Cool. I've done that. Done social media. No more. What else I could do? Any people are here, say hi. We don't bite, honestly. Just please say hi. One thing I'll say is wherever we talk about Judge Schroeder here, whether you're positive, negative, doesn't really matter. As long as he brings something to the table, happy days. I don't really. I've never watched any. I've only watched one case for Judge Schroeder, and that was the Zachariah trial. So I'm not judging the guy on any of the cases. Apparently, he was excellent, mostly for the Rittenhouse trial. But I'm not here to discuss the Rittenhouse trial. That's another video, another time. And I've never even watched that one. So that's a trial I do really want to see because apparently it's nuts. So I do want to watch it, but not quite now. So we'll give it a few minutes, Gio. Just see. Have you watched the Zachariah Anderson trial, Gio? I never remember if you have or not. I don't remember. I know some people have and some people haven't, and I will always forget who hasn't. See there. Okay, that's fine. Yes. It's an interesting day. I can't do two things at once. I'm just checking me own Discord. No, no one's on. Well, not a few got on, but I don't want to disrupt anyone. Most people are offline today, which is perfect, as they should be on Saturday night. They should be here on Saturday night. So get out Discord so it doesn't cause any noise. Cool, yeah, I never remember if he did or not. I know that there's a few people here that believe he was guilty. but I know that the majority believe he should have been not guilty. So I just never remember because I just don't. It doesn't matter to me whether you felt he was guilty or not guilty, as long as you are happy to listen to us. And you know that I'm a big fan and believe that he was not guilty. So yeah, Schroeder. Schrodey. I should like genuinely. This is not big. I mean, when I say I was doing this as a video, I mean I was prepping to do a video. I've not. I got literally a page of notes that I took, but all of it is so literally prep now. So there's a lot of prep work on it. I've just got my notes from the actual trial, but I need to look at two, three, four, probably about 5 or 6 points that I've got there. But it's a lot more to look at than just that. Um, it's all good. I don't think we're going to get many of us joining now anyway. So and we start to lose people. So it's all good. Thirsty. It's thirsty work. This is right. Judge Schroeder. Judge Schroeder. Judge Schroeder. Judge Schroeder is bam 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 bam. But the Tories. He's born in 1946. Judge Schroeder was. Bam 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 bam. Okay. So he's got a bit of reputation as a tough, tough judge, apparently. Okay, didn't know that. So yeah, he was born in 1946, just after the Second World War. He's got quite a distinguished career. I don't know anything about the guy, so that's why I'm trying to go through. Hang on, I better get this on the TV. Should I? On TV on this? Share screen. So I genuinely want to go through his history, see what he's about. Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Let's go this way. Right. Born in 1946, is an American lawyer, Thompson Church Circuit Court. Longest service state court judge in Wisconsin, having been first appointed in 1983. He's previously district attorney in Kenosha County, came to national attention in 2021 to the Carrollton House trial, which is a trial I've never seen before, so no comment on that trial. I don't understand or um, have any bearing on that trial. Schroeder was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay. He went to Marquette University. He went to Marquette University Law School. JD, what's that? Is that junior doctorate or something? Oh, shit, wrong one. Juris Doctor, okay. Doctor of Law, fine. White College was a member of the police force. Wow, okay, you go, man. Good play to him. While in college, he was a member of the police force in Whitefish Bay. That's impressive. You know, not many people would be like doing law and be a police officer. Okay, that's mad respect. I didn't expect that. Um, just want to know a brief history about the guy before we talk about the trial. Shortly after making to the bar, Schroeder hired an assistant district attorney in Kenosha County, Wisconsin, under DA Burton A. Scott. He moved to Kenosha. Okay. He was Kenosha's first juvenile prosecutor. Okay. Okay. Less than 2 years later, DA Burton Scott appointed to a vacant county judge. Kenosha, blah, blah, blah. So he became, okay, so fair play. He became the DA then. Okay. August 1972, Governor Patrick appointed Schroeder district attorney to fill the remainder of Scott's term in 1972. Okay. Before election that year, Schroeder won election to a full term as DA. Okay. Oh, so he's elected. Okay. 1974 general election, creating a vacancy, showed them to the Democratic primary race for April. So the not run for was defeated for the Okay. State senator. So you want to become the state senator, but you've defeated. Okay. Who was active in politics within. Okay, that makes sense. He was active in politics. So 1970, serving as Kenosha County Coordinator for the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. Okay. Okay. Right, anyway, judicial career. Um, Incumbent Wisconsin Court, right? We know that. Tony was subsequently elected to a full 6 years term. Fine. Schroeder has been subject to controversy. Right, here we go. Let's highlight this then. So Schroeder has been subject to controversy during his judicial career. In 1987, he received attention for his order requiring HIV/AIDS testing for convicted prostitutes. Okay. He developed a reputation of being a no-nonsense and tough on defendants. Okay. In court and in sentencing. Yeah, we've seen that. Some attorneys have described him as an old school judge. As a result, hundreds of defendants assigned to his court have requested to be transferred to another judge. That's interesting. That's interesting. So he's a tough cookie, and no one wants to be. That's pretty bad if you're a defendant and you request. Hundreds of people requested because he's so tough. Wake up, judge. No, nobody likes you. Um, I think he liked this though. Schroeder came to national attention. 2021 presiding over the trial, Carl Rittenhouse, who falsely shot who fatally shot 2 men during the unrest in Kenosha, August 2020. Um, During the trial, some of the political left accused Schroeder of bias towards Rittenhouse's defense. He made several rulings in favor of the defense. Well, I mean, that's a change then, including not allowing prosecutors to refer to the individuals Rittenhouse shot as victims and allowing defense to refer to them as arsonists and looters as long as they could prove they did such activities. Yeah. Prosecutor Thomas Binger, who gravely trained, I believe, reckoned that Schroeder had already admonished him thousands of times for calling someone a victim in other trials. Schroeder was also accused of being harsh towards Prosecutor Binger by raising his voice and admonishing him, telling Binger a line of his questioning he threatened to undermine Rittenhouse right to remain silent. According to NPR, several legal experts they interviewed said they believe that the admonishment was appropriate. Okay. So he's married, he's got 2 adopted kids, fine, and here's all that. Right, fine. I just want to. Hi, Luna, Luna, Luna. Na, 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 na. We're doing Judge Schroeder. Luna, do you fancy Judge Schroeder? Don't lie. Don't lie. I know we won't lie. Do you fancy him? Right, so that's the background. I just want to know a little background about the guy because I didn't know anything about him. So I normally do that in my research just to see what kind of person we're discussing here with. Right, so I can stop that now. I do not, no, not ginger enough. Damn. He's just older man, so I thought, yeah, definitely in for doing that. Um, okay, that's gone. So he's not very right. Okay, there's an article here. Um, Judge Rick Carringtonhouse. Carringtonhouse is actually the actual worst. Okay, I'm not really interested in that. Right, because Luna's here now. I know you, Luna. I know you don't believe Zachariah is guilty. I think you also believe he's innocent. So I just want to go through some stuff. I mean, I've got some notes here, but chip in as well. He's the only older man for you. Well, I mean, yes, I know. I can't compete with him. I know. I'm trying. I'm trying with the beard and stuff to look older and stuff like. I'm gonna colour my hair ginger then, so build the muscle, lose some weight, grow 4 inches. Oi, oi. Right. Let me get free Zachariah Anderson. So we are here, free Zachariah Anderson. I haven't got my t-shirt on, it's in the wash. So let's get into it. What issues I had with some of this. Right, let me just check one thing or another. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. One thing or another. Bum 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. So everyone should feel free to chat in the chat. Don't be shy. Luna wasn't. Um, so feel free to chat. We don't bite. It's only fucking what 4 or 5 of us, whatever it is in here. So just literally, I welcome people chatting because I think it brings more dynamic. And if you're first time on the channel, just say hello. And even if you can't chat after you say hello, it's all good. You can listen. So I've been obviously doing a little bit more research about the trial, and a lot of my angst is in towards Gravely. I think he's a cunt, but um, for that, I'm not here to talk too much about him. He's involved in some of this, obviously, because he is, uh, he's a big part of it, and the reason I think that maybe Schroeder should have done more than he actually did, in my opinion. So I understand, right, that you can lie and stuff in opening and closing and stuff. I understand. It is what it is. It is what it is there. Um, there we are. Gio and Hamduna, you're talking. That's good. Anyone else, just chat away, guys. Talk shit. Don't worry about it. So I also said, Luna, that I've obviously heard good things about Schroeder, how he dealt with the Rittenhouse trial. I've never seen that trial. Well, I can't tell you. I know nothing about that trial. So I can only judge this judge on his performance in the Zachariah Anderson trial. And if I'm being quite honest, I have a lot of issues with it. Hi, Kim. Oh, hey, Kim. I'm glad you're here. If you don't know from the title, we're talking about Judge Schroeder. I'm not very happy, if I'm being completely honest. So I wanted to cover him. I was going to do this offline, but I was like, fuck it, I'll do it with everyone else. Um, Rittenhouse deserves Medal of Honor. Fine, I've not watched it, so I can't judge on it. I'm not going to say anything about that trial. I know nothing. I always only give an example, say that people thought Rittenhouse, Schroeder was very good in that trial. I know nothing about it. I'm just judging Schroeder based on Zachariah Anderson. So, although DA Gravely will come into this a little bit, I'll try not to talk about him too much because Um, he's going to come in another episode, basically. Just putting my letters to portrait. Happy days, well done, you. That's good to know. Then you get Luna on the Discord there as well. Um, so I got a few points here that I wasn't happy with Schroeder throughout the trial. But what I want is for other people to chip in as well. If you've got anything specifically you thought, no, that was wrong with Schroeder. I'm not going to go into the legal aspects of it because I don't understand the legal side of it. I'm not going to pretend you and talk about the Denny ruling or law, whatever it is. I don't know any of that. I know it, but I don't know it. So I don't know if he could have done a better job in implementing that or not. I don't know. So I'm just going off my guts, just knowing what I know. But what's interesting, I think, and I think everyone should do is, look at the trial again because the bits I've been watching since the first time, um, Judge Hearsay on the bench, retired now. Oh, here we come, another CG's here. Nancy Nurse is here. Hello. Nancy Nurse, I've heard that name before, Nancy. You're new here, I think, Nancy, but I've heard that before, your name. Another CG, retired now. Another CG. You're a man of mystery, or woman of mystery. You're a man. You're a man of mystery. You always duck in and out. I never know when you hear another CG. Nice to see you again. Rittenhouse Shocker. Yes, no, I know. Yeah, yes, 100%. I'm avoiding Rittenhouse. I'm not talking about Rittenhouse. I'm not discussing Rittenhouse. So I appreciate that, Kim, but I'm not discussing it. I'm only basing this on Zachariah and Zachariah only, because I think we can go into a massive hole about Rittenhouse. But I will be covering Rittenhouse probably before the end of the year. Um, so my so I've got a lot of issues with Judge Schroeder from start to finish. As I say, I know that people can lie or whatever, but that bugs the fucking to me when people lie as much. No, it's all good. I just don't want to delve the water. This is specific um for for Zachariah, because I've never watched the Rittenhouse trial, so it'd be very unfair of me to even comment on that. So I want to try and base it on this and put it all about Zach. But I think this should be about Zach. It's you know, it's important. Um, Before I go there now, Nancy Nurse. Where you from, Nancy Nurse? I love that. And by the way, are you a nurse by any chance? Um, so one of this isn't in order, right? This is not in order. I've just been writing notes as I go along, thinking about stuff. Actually, I could be wrong with some of these things. I need to go back and research more. This is what this video is about, was research. So, Gutierrez, you from Wisconsin? Right on, Wisconsin. So the first thing was Gutierrez worked in the court system and he worked in the local vicinity, right? I understand there was only two judges that could actually oversee this trial, and that is, I don't know where I've seen in the name Nancy this. Maybe on Twitter, maybe on Discord. I don't know where I've seen it, but I have seen it. Facebook, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I've seen it somewhere. Um, so yeah, only two judges could oversee the trial, and the second judge had what, a weakness of 2.5, 3 years or something, I believe it was. So it had to be Schroeder. But in my mind, why did it have to be Schroeder? I don't understand. There we are. I've seen you on this somewhere, Nancy. Seen you on this somewhere. Obviously, I'm down as the alternate corner everywhere. So welcome to the channel. I don't believe you've been here before, so welcome to the channel. Kim, yeah. Why were the attorneys on both sides explaining the argument to the judge? Explaining the argument. I mean, yes, we'll get to that now. I'll just start off with why he was appointed in the first place. I don't care, right, if Schroeder didn't have a professional working relationship with Gutierrez. Gutierrez worked in that system, and he worked in the local town, in Kenosha and everything. So he may not directly socialize with Schroeder, but did he socialize with any of the clerks, with any of the security, with any of the admin staff, with anybody, the people that type the stuff up? I can guarantee you, he probably knew them, and they probably knew him. So even though they don't make decisions, they still are at Judge Schroeder's side. And Judge Schroeder just come back from injury, from hospital, still had a cut on his side and stuff. So I'm just like, why? Why was he allowed to even be the judge? That's my question. Why was he not moved? Zach had to wait, what was it, 3 years for this trial? So no way was he waiting another 2.5 years for, or another 3 years for the other judge, right? Fair enough. But move it. What? Why did it have to be in Kenosha? Why can't we move it? And that bugs me, because and people might say, well, that's does it really matter? Yeah, I think it does, because it's not just about Schroeder; it's also the court staff that may have known Gutierrez, and in some way, directly, indirectly, may have had an influence in proceedings or how things went. Um, may have indirectly had influence on the judge. So yeah, Gutierrez knew people in the court that's from working it. Yeah, this is what I mean. So even though the Judge Schroeder, didn't have a relationship with him, other people working for Judge Schroeder had a relationship with him. And I don't care. Hi, Ashley. Please contribute whatever, because I can reiterate this again to you guys, right? I am doing research right now. I have not done, apart from this, I've not done any other research. So I want you guys to contribute and help me do the research. Free Zachariah Anderson, let's go. So if you've got anything that I'm not covering here about the judge, let me know, because I've only got about 5 or 6 points. I can guarantee you there's more than 5 or 6 points about this judge. So, hi Emily, hi Emily. Again, Emily, you contribute, but please contribute, guys, if you've got anything about the judge. I'm just trying to concentrate on the judge in Zachariah Anderson only. And then the next video will be about Gravely. So that's my first gripe, is how he was allowed to be the judge. I I think the simple answer is you move it. I don't care who you are. Judge may not have a relationship, but his staff all had a relationship, I imagine. That's speculation because I don't actually know, but I imagine. So there's already bias. It's already tainted in my mind because of that. So that doesn't sit well for me. I see too much of this. We go back to the Murdoch trial when the brother of a key witness was a juror. He was actually an alternate, then a juror. And I was told by a lawyer from South Carolina to shut my mouth, and that the law is more um, prominent than my opinion that it's wrong. So our lawyer was like, "Well, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not going to listen to you because that's just so backwards, unbelievable. You want to ensure a fair trial. So why would you allow staff to work a trial that everyone knows the victim?" Um, Nereida Masias Neti. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Actually, I'm happy to do that. Let me write that down. Because my idea is my next video is going to be about Gravely. Then I'm happy to do this one. Let me just write it down there. Because I'm starting to watch things at the second time now, and a lot of things that I missed the first time, I'm seeing the second time. Do you know what I mean? And Masias, Neti. I got to write these things down because I don't. Fine. Testimony. I will do that. Again, I'll probably do a live one on that one. Fine. I don't remember her testimony, so that'll be good. That'll be good to do actually. Um, I'll do that. That'll be my third video on it then. I want to do a series of these things. Obviously, I'm also trying to be a little bit, you know, I'm obviously biased as well because I believe. No worries, actually, you message. Um, I'm a little bit biased towards obviously Zachariah, so I need to keep that in mind as well a little bit. Um, so these videos are going to be biased if I'm being completely honest with you. So do you think I'm going to make a video about Gravely and be like, oh, what a great DA? Where's that gone? There. Now I lost my notes. Oh, I got him. I got him. Okay, I got him. I'm a disorganized mess, I am. So that's the first thing. Move it, move it to another area. Done. No issues there. Then I would have an issue. I do think the fee was unjust because it was done in that area. But there we are. That's the first one. Um, no, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Because I didn't think anyone was going to be here, to be quite honest with you. I thought it was going to just be me. Or maybe Luna. Luna's here. Luna, start speaking, Luna. Because Luna's actually, Luna, I give Luna credit. Luna's the one that pointed me towards the Facebook group and stuff. So, so fair play to Luna. Get him up there, get him up there. Who knows what Gravy told her to say after they met her. So so that's the one. Fine, I'm shit with names. Sorry, guys. Right, well, actually, okay. I'll get to that point then. I'll get to that point. So I believe, as I said, I'm not going into Gravy too much here, but I believe, obviously DA Gravely made himself a witness and refused to accuse himself after he met with her in the apartment complex. In my opinion, he should have recused himself, um, but he didn't. Fucking, my writing is atrocious. Um, so, in my opinion, he was a witness, and he met with this witness, and in my opinion, to change her mind, because obviously, without going too much again into it, all of a sudden, her recollection changed a lot after meeting with Gravely, and it's quite funny that there was no video or recordings of their meeting. So I think that the judge, the DA Gravy should have been recused himself, should never been a DA, should never been there, wherever. Now, he's an arsehole, and he's got a small dick, and he basically, people that got small dicks got to be there going, oh, I'm the DA, I'm the DA, I'll do whatever the fuck I want, but I'm the DA. Look, dickhead, you are now compromising this trial. So step away. He should have been stepping away. He should have done that himself, right? Any decent DA should have really just stepped himself back. But to him, he was never about. It was never about the trial. It was about him, in my opinion. Sarah, happy Saturday, Sarah and chat. Can't stay long. Just wanted to pop. Yes, all good, Sarah. It's all good. Don't expect anyone to be here for long. It's all good. It's off the cuff trial. This is. What kind of judge allows a 12-year-old to be witness against her? We'll get into that in another one. Kim. Once we do the Gravely video, we'll get into that one. But I totally agree with you. So, because he has a small dick, he has to have control over everything. So, in order to be in control, he has to lie. And as we saw throughout the trial, he lied his ass off. Fine. Now, if he doesn't want to accuse himself, fine, okay, be a dickhead. That's absolutely fine. Hi, Baker. Hi, Baker. Fast by drive by like happy days. Thanks, Baker. Appreciate you. He definitely gives small dick energy. Absolutely he does. Absolutely. And people might think it's an insult and stuff. Well, it is. If you're that power hungry, then you've got a small dick. But anyway, if he doesn't recuse himself, then this, in my opinion, now this is where I don't know, right? In my opinion, the judge should have stepped in and went, oh, hang on, gravely. You've met up with a witness. There's no recordings of it. We don't know what you spoke about. You've met with other witnesses. Like he met with a jailhouse snitch. That was never recorded. He met with. Sorry, Baker. You came in the wrong time. Baker comes in right when I say about small dick energy. He met with Zach's daughter for 40 hours all on his own. So he's done all these things. The judge should be like, hey, you lied in your open statement. You said about all these bleach. All we saw was simply a couple of packets of wipes. You didn't see any major bleach there. And a tin of sardines wherever you go. My question is, I don't know the answer, but I presume surely the judge can just step in and go, "Ha, DA, you have now got to step back. This is coming close to a mistrial, and it will be a mistrial unless you now, um, unless you go back, please." Is everything wrong with the elected prosecutor? Absolutely, he's the worst DA ever. Um, I'm not sure if the judge can actually do that or not. But I'd be surprised if he can't do that. He should have just said, "You're out for this witness, but also you're out full time. You can't be here. Otherwise, it'd be a mistrial." So I put down on Schroeder as well. Obviously, Greavy's got massive issues with that, but in my opinion, that was bad on Schroeder. Schroeder should have stepped in and use his common sense and be like, "Look, this could very well be a mistrial. You're skating on thin ice here. So please recuse yourself. Otherwise, I'm going to have to end the trial or something." I don't know what he could do, but in my mind, the judge could have prevented him being able to be the prosecutor in that trial. I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer. I could be wrong. I'm not giving legal advice here. I could be totally wrong in what I'm saying. And if I am, then so be it. Then don't listen to me about that. But I believe the judge has a power, and he should have used his power right there and then. I'm surprised. I don't remember if the um, defense asked for a mistrial at that point or not. I don't remember. Not watched that bit back yet. Hi, Shona. Hi, nice to see you again. Hopefully, you can stay a little bit longer today. Um, so yeah, correct me if you guys know the answer. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, and he couldn't have done anything. But I blame the judge quite heavily on that one, personally. So, I mean, also, if I'm making these points and you guys think I'm full of shit, tell me. It's all good. If you don't agree with me, I'll be interested because maybe I'm too harsh. Maybe it wasn't down to the judge. I'm sure you're all fucking mouthy enough to fucking tell me. So, but Schroeder won't take any stand yet. We saw that in Rittenhouse when being attacked as well. Again, I don't know anything about Rittenhouse trial yet. So I'm keeping out. Look at Sarah. Hey, Sarah, are you impressed with me? I put it on the top as well. I put if you go to the top pinned messages, you could donate to the cause for Zach's case and also the channel there as well. This entire trial. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Let's go. But yeah, keep posting that as well. This entire trial was a judge's responsibility. Therefore, it's his fault. Yeah, I agree. I wasn't sure legally where we stood though. That was my only question on that one. So we'll go. And I think that's a fair point to make. I think um, this might be controversial, right? This probably is controversial, but no, for the Alex Murdoch trial, I actually thought that Creighton Waters was very, very good as a prosecutor. I didn't like the fact he brought in financial crimes and stuff like that, but he did a sterling job. And also, when he could have gone further with certain things, he stepped back. I remember once when a judge overruled an objection about something, and basically he could have gone to town on Alex Murdoch, but he stepped back because he didn't want it to become a mistrial. So even though the judge ruled that he could go into it, he decided with his own integrity, "I'm not going to." And even though I was very much on the Murdoch side, I can respect someone that like Creighton Waters a lot more after watching people like Gravely. Can't respect Gravely. What a piece of shit he is. Did I like everything about Creighton Waters? No, but you know he did his job, so did what he had to do. But this guy is a piece of shit, Gravely. So yeah, that's my other gripe with him. I did not like that. What else did I not like? Um, why this in there? Okay, but the judge let me bring the front because so again the judge makes yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So you can't complain about that. You can't. Queen Waters did a terrific job. I wish the financial crimes hadn't come in, but he did everything right, and that's why I applaud him. He played by the rules, and even though we went on for 6 weeks, you got to applaud him. He did his job perfectly, and I think he did have integrity. So, and Gravy does not have integrity. Um, so next thing, right? I I didn't see this, right, but I've heard about it from Solomon, the videos about the judge falling asleep and stuff. I respect it because obviously he's getting old now. He's what, 70, 77, 78, 79. He was born in 1946. So 8900 was 70. Yeah, he was 76, 77. So 76, 77. So you expect him to sleep, but as a judge, you can't sleep. Hi, Murph Sturf. Yeah, I agree, Baker. I agree. Hi, Murph Sturf. Um, so I didn't see him fall asleep, but you can't fall fucking asleep, man. Not as a judge. 77, there we are. I thought you were born in 1946, 76, 77. There we are. Bang on. So I wasn't happy about that, but I didn't know about that. But the one thing I really, really wound me up, and this was celebrated, online, this was celebrated on social media, it was laughed at, I was probably the only one at the time, maybe, that I know of that was super, super raging with it, was when he was watching the stream on his iPad. Um, Watching streams on his iPad and reacting to it. You know, that, if I'm being completely honest with you, pissed me right off. I was livid at that point when he was all over social media that he was watching streams and waving, scratching himself and stuff like that. Now it might sound like it's a small thing, right? I know people played it down as it's great, he's in touch with people on social media, he's listening to every. How about listening to the fucking testimony? How about listening to the attorneys? How much did he miss? How many times did he have to tell the attorneys, "Oh, can you explain that? Can you um, can you explain that again for us?" Even though they've argued their points, yeah, can you just start again and do? Why? Because he's on his fucking stream. What else is he watching? Pornhub? Do you know what I mean? I just honestly was so gobsmacked. I was gobsmacked with how everyone, well, not everyone, but most of the internet was laughing and going, "That's excellent, that's brilliant, the judge is amazing." I was like, if I was Zach, I'd be absolutely livid. This is my life, mate. Listen to my life. Make judgments on my life here, rather than thinking you're something on social media, on streams. That really, honestly, that really worried me. I still want to it now. Schroeder should have stayed retired and they should have had a change of venue. I'm not sure you might have missed this, Sarah. Great minds think alike. That's why you started off with 100% should be a change of venue. Judge and umpire should be 100% focused. Exactly. It's not hard. You get paid, probably good money for this. You got another guy who's probably got small dick syndrome. Do you know what I mean? But fair enough. Judge the judge has to oversee the court. But he missed so much. I caught him several times. Cameras spanned him, and he's in his chair, rocking back and forward, and someone's objecting to something. And he's like, "Oh shit! Overruled." He doesn't know what he's bloody talking about. You know, that told me he already made up his mind and could watch videos instead of paying attention. He knew it was his last proper trial. Um, Judge DA and Baker sporty energy. Sorry, Baker. Want to be on TV again? That was all. But this is what I mean. It's wrong. Again, when I saw the internet celebrating him for it, I was like, you've got a man's life in your hands. You've got a man's life in your hands, and you're more interested in being. Because I think he became a celebrity after the Rittenhouse one. Again, I'm not going into Rittenhouse, but what I read, he became a celebrity. I think that went to his head, and he wanted to be back as a celebrity, the cool judge, and all this, and he knew it was his last trial, so maybe he didn't really care that much. Uh, and as you said, Sarah and Kid, maybe he did have his mind made up before it started. Um, I was at the sentencing, the judge is a sure fuck man. But get to the sentencing, I was mad about that. Yeah, it was Kim. They shouldn't have to repeat themselves. That's yes, he's old, but they're retired. There's no excuse for him being too old. Retire. And this excuse of, well, he was the only judge that could have done it. No, he's not. Move, relocate. I just, I don't get it. I don't appreciate that from a judge. And it's more and more now, since seeing what Zach got at the end and seeing all the inconsistencies and seeing everything, he missed all of this stuff. He kept going on about things that didn't have anything to do with the case. I watched some snips earlier on, 100%. It's like, what are you even talking about? If he actually watched the trial properly, controversial maybe again, if he actually watched the trial properly, he should have been like, well, DA, full of shit. He's been lying. None of what he's saying in in uh, in evidence, and there's nothing there. Um, the prosecutors should have been taken out of the trial. Absolutely. You open a past trial with a game of jeopardy. Yes, absolutely should have been moved to another county. Simple as that. We're not here discussing this then. I'm not saying Zach wouldn't be found guilty, and that's not what I'm saying. It's his responsibility as a judge. All his staff knew the victim. But one of the things, right, I've got it down here, it's not really for this, but it gives you an example of why the judge is a fucking arsehole. The the spot in the van. So many people that I know, right, especially in this chat, when I know a few people, right, intelligent people that believe that the spot in the van was blood. Simple as that. It's blood. So they found Gutierrez's blood in there, so he's guilty. And that's their reasoning for saying he's guilty. And they won't back down from that. They're like, no, 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 it is because of that. No worries, Baker, have a good one, man. No worries. Thanks, Baker. Catch you soon, man, all right? Um, I now know intelligent people that believe that Zach's guilty based on the one thing of the blood, the spot of blood. And I'm always like, but why do you think it's blood? It's a problem when the defense doesn't even go through the opening statement without the judge stopping it. I need to watch the open statements again as well to see how it went. I don't remember it all, to be fair. But the judge, with all his experience, should have been able to say, and I could be wrong here, I've not watched it back, but well, actually, it wasn't conclusive that it was blood. So even though the DA kept saying to everyone, well, his DNA, his blood was found in the van, and he's guilty, blah blah blah. It's like, whoa. Everyone took that away as well. Do you know what? Most streamers, most channels had him as guilty because of that DNA. And to be honest, I was confused for a while as well. But the more we know, it's like, well, actually, no, it was. We don't even know if it was blood. There was the same kind of spots other places in the van. It could have been anything. Um, this is where I don't understand the defense, why they didn't. I know they did a little bit, but I think they could have done more there. But anyway, the judge, when it comes to him at the end, like there's enough evidence here to go to jury, should have been like, well, hang on, I don't. Where's your evidence? I I don't see it. I see a lot of lies. I don't see any DNA. You say it's DNA, but it's not. So where is your evidence? That's good. That's nice, Nancy. That's nice. That's nice, Nancy. That's what I. So this is where I lose it with some judges that are more interested in fame and fortune and stuff like that, or don't have the balls to make the proper decision. Let's put it in the jury's hands. What the fuck? Put it in what? Let's put this in the jury's hands. What? Why? Why do you want to put this case in the jury's hands when you know the DA has just lied to them about everything? Even lied and said they found a body. A really good judge, a respectable judge, would have been like, would have gone through all this and gone, all this is based on circumstantial, and there's nothing here. There's no evidence. There's no DNA. You've searched the house. There's no blood found. Um, you've not explained how he got rid of the body. You've not explained how he was never caught in camera. You've not explained anything. So I can't let this get to the jury. I know most judges don't do that. I know, but I think they bloody well should though, because if you're a juror and you've just been told that in a closing statement, the body's been found, all of a sudden, um, the spot in the van was blood, and it was a DNA of Gutierrez. What are you going to think about that? You're going to believe all that, and you're probably going to convict because of that. I can guarantee you, if you spoke to jurors, most of them would have convicted based on that DNA. Got to go with DNA. We've seen that with Murdoch. Do you know what I mean? DNA. How many jurors have made their minds up before they heard the case? With a lot of media coverage before trial. Okay, okay. Well, again, that makes another reason for moving it. We're going into Brian Colbert territory now. Do you know what I mean? He's found guilty. Most people think he's guilty before he's even been tried. So, so the spot. That's why I put that down. The spot. I think the judge should have stepped in and explained to the jury, what. Maybe he can't do that. I know, but he should have done something. Be like, well, maybe the defense should have done a better job of it, you know. But it, I love Nicole Muller. I'm absolutely in love with that girl. Um, right, right. The final bit that I was really angry about with this judge. I mean, there's lots of other things, but the final thing, couple of things that in the end that really bugged me. Um, Agreed, Kim. You cannot find non-biased jury in the same city as a crime. 100%. That's why it should be moved, in my opinion. So the final thing is right. The fact that Judge Schroeder did not allow Solomon to read out the victim's back statement at the end. I just That was it for me. I was like, this guy's a prick. I don't normally let the other side. What? You're about to sentence a guy, and you don't let the brother of the defendant to read out a statement. You know, didn't allow. He dismisses all the character letters. Don't need to look at them. I've looked at some of them. Don't need to look at them. What are you on about, dude? Just look at the fucking things. Show some respect to the court. Show some respect to the defendant. Stop believing everything DA tells you. It honestly is at times, I know this is crude, but at times I just felt that after every night, like the DA was just going up and giving the judge a blowjob. And that's how he was doing it, getting away with all this. But the fact that he didn't let Solomon read out, victim impact statement, it's not exactly hard. Give him 5 minutes. It was only going to take 5 minutes, but he wouldn't do that. So I was like, well, zero respect for you. I think most judges would have allowed it, but he didn't allow it to not end his last family speak. And they were only asking for Solomon. Sarah, it was only Solomon. It wasn't as if they were saying, "Oh, we want Zenith, Solomon. We want every." No, it's just one, please. And the impact that it's caused on us as a family. So that was, I was really angry about that. And then, maybe I'm just dull as hell, right? Maybe I'm just dull. But I genuinely thought. So when it came to sentencing, Zach spoke, obviously, and then the judge then spent what 20 minutes going around the houses. Even though our books are able to have people speak on his behalf, you should, hi, lovely to can't stay, but jumping in spot on. Hi, thank you, Wendy. No worries, no worries, no worries. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Thank you. The way he went round the houses about, prisons and rehabilitating and, don't be stuck there for life. You want to give people a second opportunity and blah, 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 blah. Then he sentences Zach so that he's going to be in jail until he's 95. I believe he's 95. I think he's 95 years old. It was like, you give him this whole speech about having an opportunity to leave the prison system. Thank you, Wendy. To leave the prison system, but he can't do that until he's 95. What a sad state of affairs. Especially, that he sat there through the whole trial. He saw everything. He even had the opportunity to go through everything again, to transcripts and to wherever he wanted. But he was on some of the streams that all wanted Zachariah to be guilty. If you notice the streams that he's watching, they all had him as guilty. Based on what? I have no idea. But these are the streams, I think some of them are just like, well, right, they start off as guilty, and then let's see if they become innocent. It's like, no, no. So that was the end for me with Schroeder. I was like, I hope this guy retires. I have zero respect for him. And in a way, it's a shame after apparently doing so well in Rittenhouse, he's now finished on a trial that I don't believe he did an effective job at all. And obviously, if he can't really use that an appeal because if you were to ask him, or did the judge do a good job, he'd be like, oh yeah, I did a fantastic job. Well, I wasn't sleeping. I was always listening. Yeah, we had this conversation the other night. Like, I don't mind if they're watching and monitoring other streams. That's fine, because Court TV make sure they're doing everything right. But that's why you have staff. The judge doesn't do that. The staff do that. And if there's anything that needs to come up, then you know you can look at it then. It's the same thing with when Graves is mouthing stuff to the witness, and the witness was repeating it. Nothing happened. You know, Judge was up there showboating, playing with a person's life and his children's life, 100%. We'll get into other children and Gravy again. I mean, look, I think it's disgusting that she even testified, but that's another story. But this is just about Schroeder. So I genuinely, 100% biased. I admit I'm biased, but and even when Zach was going, if he would concentrate, he would have caught that, and I think Zach should have been brought up about it. you know. Obviously, you could explain that. Then he would have seen the family signing into her and stuff as well, but he wasn't paying attention. What was all his staff doing? They weren't paying attention, you know. So many things are wrong with this trial, and unfortunately, as much as we say we're Gravely and everyone, the judge has so much influence. He could have put a stop to it, but he decided not to. I decided not to. So those are my thoughts on it anyway. Just a snippet thoughts on it. Um, hopefully some people can view again. Like everyone that's here now, obviously are on the same side, but it's mostly for those that are going to watch it afterwards, and that especially from the UK, so that they can see like it's not as black and white as what you might think about it. Trying to get these short videos out there so that there's another narrative. It's not just narrative that he is, he's guilty and the end of. No, it's not. I think the stats are like 2 to 10% of people are wrongly convicted or something in the US. And if you genuinely watch this trial with an open mind, and if you're just basing his guilt on that spot or whatever it could be, then Jesus, you know, it's gonna be interesting when I do one on Gravely. The problem I got with Gravely is there's so many things about him and how many lies he's done. I don't know half of them, you know. But that's all I've just Schroeder. Anybody else got anything? Have I missed anything with Schroeder? Has anyone else got anything to add about Schroeder at all? Um, those are all my gripes anyway. So I don't think I got anything else for him unless anyone else got anything that you believe there that he did that was unjust or should have done better. I normally when I say that it's everyone normally goes quiet, and so it's a bit like, oops. But there's quite a few points there that we've been through. But the main things are should have gone to another county, should have been another judge, should be another staff team that don't know him. Um, if he was the judge, they should have stopped it. All the false information, everything that Gravely, all the lies that Gravely made, Gravely should have been chucked off by the judge, and Solomon 100% should have been allowed to read out his victim impact statements. And the judge, in my opinion, should never, ever have been watching streams whilst he was judging or the judge. Um, no, we watched the Jensen trial. I watched it. Was no, he wasn't I haven't watched that one. I watched the second Jensen one. That was a right pain. I'm never ever watching Mark Jensen ever again. 100% never. That was 3 weeks I'll never get back. No way. Can't do that again. Um, but I will be. I'm going to watch clips again of this trial. I will watch. Oh, bloody hell. The Nevida Neti testimony again because I don't remember that one. I don't remember it, so I'm quite early on, so I'll it'd be interesting to view that one again. I'll do that live with you guys. Did you see the Dick drawing? Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, and might be others, but not certainly not mine, unfortunately. Uh, so let's go with that one. I'm just watching. I've not missed anything. No, I think I've covered everything. Oh, so has anyone got any questions? Anybody got anything else to add or anything they want to say or in chat or wherever about the judge or about the case? Obviously, everyone here knows about the website, but the link to the website will be in the description box for those that are watching this secondhand. There also will be a link to the Give Send Go for Zachariah to help with his appeal. Please, hopefully, people will join and post. And if you can't afford it, there's also a Facebook group. I always say a Facebook group on Facebook called Free Zachariah Anderson private group. Just click on it, and there's a welcoming community there. And there's also a link to Discord that you can join Discord if that's your thing. Discord's confusing for me. I'm not a fan of Discord, if I'm being honest, but I can just do a little bit of my own channel. I understand a little bit of my own, which I enjoy being able to talk about cases, but the nonsense on it, I can't do it. I just ignore it all. I just can't. I just got my own threads I want to look at. That's all I go. So I can understand if people don't like it and stuff. That's why you got Facebook as well. People get confused with it, I think. You need to get used to it. So there's another link there, and I say it's in the description and free Zachariah. Have we got what's the merch one? Bonfire, isn't it? Bonfire? Bonfire? For all your t-shirts and your merch and stuff. Again, I will put it in the description here if you want to buy merch or support that way. Everyone loves a merch. You know, who says no to merch? Like, you know, no one. So I'll find that. I've got that link somewhere, so I will put that in the description box as well. So I'll try to keep this one short. I'm not like, trying to keep everyone. It was more the trying to jump on, wake up Luna as well. And yeah, I prefer to do it live so we can discuss it if there's anyone got any questions. Oh, so I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. Most people leaving now as well, so that's okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Right, shall we call it a night then? Just call it a night on that note. Thank you everyone for being here. I know it was lastminute.com. I didn't think I was going to do it. It was literally I was going to start doing a video on it. And I thought, let's do it live. I prefer doing it live than recording, editing, and stuff like that. So this is number one video. We're going to do next one could be Gravely. So if anyone's got any stuff on Gravely, I might wait on Gravely because so much stuff on him. By Kim, that I might wait on that one till there's more stuff I can find. I need to watch more stuff on him, but I don't really want to watch his videos, you know. Yeah. Don't forget to mail those letters to the Attorney General. Yes, if you can do that, guys, that would be fantastic as well. I know there's letters and stuff like that. So, okay, with that then, thank you, love you all, appreciate you for being here, and Sarah, appreciate you as always. Kim, see you later. Put the signs up and all that, and hopefully when we do the next one, there'll be another Zachariah episode sometime in the week, probably just chatting in general. So more than welcome always to come in, and I do more of these because I'm trying to get more attention to it in the UK as well, and also to my followers. So appreciate you all. Thank you. And bonfire, there we are. Sarah, say the date. I can copy and paste that now. So get your free merch there, and I'll put it in the description box right now. So that all three things: the website, the Give Send Go, and the store with free Zachariah stuff, or free, but your Zachariah stuff is in there. Sarah, thank you very much. Everyone, have a good evening. It's now 10 o'clock here, so I'm gonna enjoy and go to bed in a bit. Good night. Thank you. Ta.